Hello there. Welcome to your COVID-19 Health Guide. The current coronavirus pandemic is a particular and rare situation that can affect people not only physically but also psychologically. It is natural to feel emotionally shaken during these difficult times. This educational video is here to help inform ways to decrease stress levels and anxiety to better cope with our current situation. Join us on this journey while we provide different strategies for your mental health throughout this stressful time. So why are people feeling so anxious right now? Stress is a normal physiological response to any abnormal situation. It allows our body to adapt to different experiences. Anxiety, on the other hand, is a response to vague or unknown threats and manifests itself when we believe a dangerous or unfortunate event may be taking place. Everyone feels anxiety at different levels to different situations, and our perception of the current event will influence how intensely we feel anxiety. The current COVID-19 pandemic is causing stress and anxiety towards our physical safety, mental safety, as well as financial security. Our normal lives are being disrupted, and we are all in a state of uncertainty. We hope that the strategies presented in this video will enable you to cope better and minimize the effects of COVID-19 on your daily life. It is important to stay well informed about current events, as insufficient or contradictory information may worsen the stress and anxiety concerning the pandemic. While we may be inclined to turn on the television and absorb the most recent information about this pandemic, it is important to choose reliable sources of information and avoid social media outlets. Too much information overload will only lead to increased stress levels. Set aside some time to unplug from all electronics, including phones, tablets, and computers. We need a moment to connect with ourselves, which may also improve our connection with other people during isolation. This leads us to our next strategy, which is to preserve as much emotional and social support as possible. Social distancing does not mean you should break off all contact from loved ones. Be attentive to your feelings and emotions, and allow yourself to voice them to someone you trust. Stay connected via email, video conference, and telephone. Try to spend some time talking about other topics. Spending some time not thinking about the pandemic is very important. Another important strategy to decrease stress levels is to establish structure within your daily routine. To overcome these uncertain times, preserving normal habits that mirror life's daily practices can be helpful. While it may seem enticing to sleep in and go to bed late, structure and routine will serve as significant factors to improve mental health. As you keep up with your daily activities, try to delegate time for physical activity. It is very important to keep your body active in order to relieve stress and eliminate tension. There are many online resources to help you learn or continue with exercises at home. Relaxation and meditation exercises are also helpful. Put aside time to do things you enjoy, such as listening to music, taking a bath, or reading. It might also be helpful to take up a new hobby. Now is your time to do things that you've put off. Try something new. In the meantime, avoid substance use or keep it to a minimum. Some people use substances, including smoking or vaping, drugs, or alcohol, to cope with stress, anxiety, and depression. This may appear to help reduce the stress initially, but in the long run, it can make things worse. Lastly, challenge worried and anxious thoughts that go through your mind. High levels of anxiety and stress are usually fueled by the way we think. Just as individuals with pre-existing physical illness are more likely to get physically ill from the coronavirus, people whose mental health is compromised also present a greater risk of mental illness as a result of the isolation. Along with the strategies we previously mentioned, here are some additional tips if you have a pre-existing mental health condition. Seek out online therapy services, as most professionals have moved to web platforms. Keep routines that bring out good feelings and try to modify other ones. Find an accountability and support buddy. Keep up with regular medication. Remember that any bad feelings are not permanent and will get better. If any feelings of harming yourself crosses your mind, please seek help as soon as possible. If you're assisting someone with mental illness, here are some other tips to help you support the other person. Help them structure their day and limit too much news exposure. Try to use a phone or computer to communicate instead of talking face to face. Be a good listener and avoid judgments. Ask them about their general health, any food they might need, tasks that need to be done, or any other way you can help. Make sure they have access to their medications and that their condition isn't getting worse. Help them stay distracted with work, hobbies, music, movies, or any other activity that may be enjoyable. Check in on them and make them aware that you care about their well-being. Taking care of your mental health is as important as your physical health, especially during this pandemic. As it is crucial that you follow the isolation rules of where you are, you should make an effort to adapt to the situation as best as possible. Remember that the whole world is united in fighting this virus. You are not alone. We can and we will get through this. For more information about the pandemic, you can refer to our general guide on COVID-19. We recommend getting reliable information for this virus through your government's website for health or the World Health Organization at www.who.int. On behalf of the Precare team, we wish you and your loved ones the best during this period.